I'm sitting here waiting, and I'm going to do something for the first time I've yet to do. The front seat psychotic car rant. I've never done it, ever. I've loathed the idea of such. Is this on? Give me a 5x5. I don't even have my speaker. I'm just yelling into the phone like a damn fool. But I wanted to make sure you're here. So give me one clue. Am I coming through loud and clear? Is there anybody listening? Am I talking to myself in a car like a damn fool? Tell me. For the sake of all that is right. I see one person here. I've hated people who've done this. They sit in cars and they yell and they rant. And I thought, you know what? I never knew or thought I'd be doing the ambulatory schizophrenic New York walks. And here I am doing that. And that turned out okay. Who's here? It is, I can't even read this damn thing. Anyway, it's a beauteous day here in the neighborhood. It's about 80 degrees. 85 well, it depends. Anyway, I hope everyone is great. I hope you're groovy. Who is here? The usual suspect. Hi, Lion. Look at this. And the crew. You're back. You're back. Isn't this fun? Huh? We get to talk about things where I can yell and scream. I want to pick up on something I said before. And by the way, I hope this is coming through 5x5, just so that you can hear me, so I'm not wasting my time. But I hope you're listening very carefully to this. It occurred to me, and I mentioned it before, maybe in a video you'll be seeing later again, I'm not sure, but I am of the opinion that when it comes to anything that is remotely political, it has nothing to do with anything involving the subject matter or the issues. It only comes down to the issue of what it is that you make of it. What it is that your reaction to the subject. Not the issues, but the subject and the people. Let me tell you something. This is the most important thing in the world. I've got to tell you something. It is so critical, my friends. So critical that you understand this. There isn't anybody who I think understands anything about the substantive issues, but instead we respond to the issue. Just respond to it. If I told you Hillary Clinton, you'll go crazy with Hillary Clinton. I hate Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton. What has she done? Is it really because of anything that she's done? No. Is it really because of anything that she said? No. Is it really? No. You hate her. You despise her. You just see her face and you go crazy. I'm getting that way about Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett should be Jasmine Crockett for shit. Because she's out of her mind. And everything about me, everything in my world, everything that I believe to be true, everything, I think warrants and deserves a complete and total recognition of the fact that most of what we believe in, most of what we say, actually and honestly and truly, have nothing to do with the issues. But we just drives her crazy. Jasmine Crockett is that person right now. Am I making sense? Anybody with me on that one? Anybody? Does anybody grab what I'm saying? Are you paying attention to this? Is anybody saying it? I can't read because of the particular Yugo's. Well, this isn't mine. This isn't the Yugo. I happen to be borrowing something right now. The Yugo is a classic. You don't take that out in public. You don't take that out. You don't take something like that out in public, no. Because of the looks and the envy. I mean, if they're going to key and scratch Teslas, think what they'll do to a classic Yugo. And a stretch, nonetheless. No. I happen to be, actually, believe it or not, waiting for someone. I took the ignominious duty of saying, okay, I'll sit here and I'll try to find a parking spot, while you go in and do whatever the hell it is that you're doing. That's what I was going to do. In any event, let's see how everybody's doing. You know what's also terrific, which I find out? We get more trolls on this, but not at home. More trolls here. And the trolls, I've got to say, are really the worst. They're not even any good. So do me a favor. Remember, I don't care who you are. If you want to troll, that's fine. It just ruins it for everybody else. But that's okay. That's the purpose, I guess. That's the purpose. In any event, dear friends, I wanted to just remind you that every single thing that we're doing has nothing to do. Oh, did you see AOC? AOC was yelled down by somebody who's demanding that she do something about Gaza. Did you see that one? Did you see it? And they're screaming and yelling about Gaza. You think they mean anything about it? You think anybody understands it? No. So now you're screaming, somebody who is pro-Palestinian apparently is screaming at the left. So the left and the right will find them both to be problematic and obnoxious. Does that make sense to you? How does anybody think that screaming at somebody about your particular cause is going to mean anything? Does that make sense? Let me see what this says. Lionel Crockett is mentally and emotionally a mess. She really is. She also is trying to do something which, I'm sorry, is not going to play among the world of most people. It's one thing to speak a particular patois. It's another thing to speak a particular vernacular, if you know what I'm talking about. It's another thing, in addition, to speak in a way that comes across as gibberish militancy. It's that simple. She also comes across as an idiot. But that's the best news. And why do I say that? Why? Simply put, she will split the Democratic Party. She will take the AOC crowd, who's splitting from the Bernie crowd, who's splitting from the Pelosi crowd, and then you're going to throw her into the mix, and then you get Hakeem Jeffries or something. Who's he going to side with? Oh, this is good news. In fact, what I hope, what I suggest, and what I really think would be a tremendous idea would be for a lot of people, up to and including a lot of the big money people, to support her and put up money, big money, to help her. Because why? She acts as a fulcrum. She destroys and shatters and dismantles everything about the party. There's one thing about the Republican Party. This is something we haven't seen in a while. It's pretty uniform, don't you admit? It's pretty uniform. Let's see me here. Who is a guy acts like he knows it all? Seems like another one. Who is this guy? Acts like he knows it all. That's the best you can do? You come on to my site, my channel, and the best you can come up with, the best quip is, who's this guy? He acts like he knows it all? What is this? What did elementary school get out? That's the best you can do? Who is this guy? He acts like O'Reilly? Who are you? Let me go to your channel. Can I? Oh, you don't have one. Oh. Well, why is that? Can I go to your channel? When you're... Can I? Do you mind? I mean, isn't that the purpose of this? What happened to great responses, a great riposte, a great retort, a great rebarbative wit? Where are they? This is somebody, actually an adult, wrote, who is this guy? Oh my God. You should be embarrassed. An adult. The wit, the witticisms, the genius. Oh my God. Move over, Will Rogers. Who is this guy? Oh my God. And you know what's even sadder about it? He doesn't get it. He, honest to God, doesn't get it. See, all you have right now are your words. That's it. Now you got a thumbnail. You've got an emoji. But your words, it's who you are. It sets you apart from everybody else in the world. And all you have to do is be somewhat lucid. Just somewhat. Just a tad lucid. That's all. And maybe eloquent. Well, I don't want to push this. Literate. Able to expatiate, to limn, to describe, to adumbrate that which you believe. Is that too much to ask? I think it is. There's something wrong. Let's see if we have any other losers. Albert Fish, Long Island. Yes. I did a wonderful disquisition, a piece last night on Albert Fish. And Albert Fish, of all of the... maybe he was a serial killer. He was just maybe a I guess he was by definition a serial killer, but he was so, I don't want to say it right now, so great. Do you know that Albert Fish, and you can go look him up. He inserted needles into his inguinal, into his groin area, his pelvic area. Needles, so much so that when they tried to electrocute him, the electricity short-circuited by virtue of the needles that he had placed within and inserted in his body. I'm going to say this one. He took cotton swabs, soaked them in alcohol, a kind of a combustible alcohol, inserted them in a particular orifice, and lit them on fire. He was born in 1870. Take that, Ted Bundy. Nobody can do that. This guy was the Bud girl. Was it Gladys Bud, I believe her name is? This was the one where he was also known. He's a cannibal. The reason why I'm saying is that these were the people of yore. These were the real serious folks. He was a cannibal. So much so that when he was on death row, waiting in Sing Sing to be put out, he wrote letters to the young girl's family describing in detail. He flagellated himself with a board, a paddle with nails. You don't get this stuff. And I think it's important to understand, how is it that somebody can be made like that? How is it that somebody like Mr. Fish could come about this demented, this out of it? I'm fascinated like you cannot believe it. Because in order to know good, you must know evil. You know, we're talking about various folks. Diddy's trial is Monday. We're going to be talking maybe a little bit about that. I find it fascinating about Diddy's trial and how he can perhaps get a fair trial. Do you think that's possible? What if he ends up doing serious hard time? What if that jury listens to him, hates him, believes the victims, believes what's going on, and pounds him 20 years, 30 years, federal prison, where you do 85%, 87% of the sentence, there's no parole? Diddy? Why the Biden administration went for him? I have no idea. So we're going to be watching that. So I think it's going to be terrific. Let me see what else you're writing, because I can't read my polar. Dibry is, hey, Lionel from Canada. There you go. I hope you know that your car is spying on you. Oh, that's why I'm going to tell the owner. I hope you know your car. That's okay. Where are you not spied on? I'm not saying that's an excuse, but tell me, where are you not spied on? Anyone? Anyone? I don't know. All right, dear friends, I'm going to back it on out of here. I think it's time for me to move on. Let me thank you for being here. And to all of the attempts at trolls, the pathetic, the jejune, the puerile, the sophomoric, the juvenescent, the lame, you're welcome to. But work on your craft. Think about it. Practice. Think of something, because for the rest of humanity, that is your retort. That is your idea. He thinks he knows everything. Wow. Stings. It really stings. All right, dear friends, have a great day. Follow me. Make sure you are subscribed to LionelNation. And until then, dear friends, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Dead.